Okay, so imagine a guy who literally destroyed his own body. Not with drugs, not with alcohol, but with rocks. Actual rocks. He carried them everywhere thinking it was self-care. By 25, his spine was giving out and he had no idea the thing he was most proud of was the exact thing killing him. This might be one of the most life-changing stories you'll ever hear. Because when I tell you what those rocks really were, you're going to look at your own life and realize you've been doing the exact same thing. In a quiet, sun-drenched town in Oregon, there lived a young man named Leo. Leo was bright, kind, and deeply sentimental. He had a unique habit. Every time something happened to him, a promotion at work, a sunset at Cannon Beach, or a harsh word from a stranger, he would pick up a smooth stone from that ground. He would write a single word on that stone to represent the memory. Then he'd drop it into a leather backpack he wore everywhere. At first, it was a beautiful ritual. He felt like he was building a library of his life. He'd sit in a small apartment, pull out a stone marked "First Date" and smile. He thought, these moments are precious. If I don't carry them, I'll lose who I am. But Leo didn't realize that a library is meant to be visited, not carried on your shoulders. As the months turned into years, the backpack grew. It wasn't just first date anymore. It was the day I got fired, the car accident, and the heartbreak. He even kept stones for small things. A rude clerk, a rainy Tuesday, a missed bus. People started to notice. His friends would ask him to go hiking in the Columbia River Gorge, but Leo would decline. "I'm too tired," he'd say, leaning against a wall to support the weight of the bag. His posture changed. His head was always down, eyes fixed on the pavement, looking for the next stone to add. The bag was now so heavy that his straps were fraying. Every morning it took him 10 minutes just to heave the pack onto his back. He was only 25, but he moved like a man of 80. He kept telling himself, "I need these. These lessons are what keep me safe." But he was so focused on the lessons of yesterday that he stopped seeing the beauty of today. One afternoon, Leo was resting on a park bench when an elderly man named Silas sat down next to him. Silas looked at the massive, bulging backpack and then at Leo's pale, sweaty face. "That's quite a load you've got there, son," Silas remarked. Leo wiped his forehead. "It's my life, sir. Every joy and every sorrow I've ever had is in here. I don't want to forget anything." Silas looked at the bag and then looked Leo straight in the eyes. "Tell me, Leo, when was the last time you looked at the sky? When was the last time you ran just because you felt like it?" Leo opened his mouth to answer, but he realized he couldn't remember. He was too busy managing the weight. "You think you're honoring your past," Silas said softly, "but you're actually burying your future. You aren't living in Oregon anymore. You're living in a graveyard of stones." Leo felt a chill. He stood up to leave, his pride stung, but as he moved, the bag shifted. He heard a terrifying crack. It wasn't the bag. It was a sharp pain in his own back. He stumbled, the weight of 1,000 stones pulling him toward the dirt. Leo fell hard. He lay there on the grass, the heavy leather bag pinned on top of him like a mountain. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't move. For the first time, he felt the true nature of his treasures. They weren't gold. They were lead. With shaking hands, Leo reached behind him and unbuckled the chest strap, then the shoulder straps. He crawled out from under the bag. He stood up, shaking, and felt something he hadn't felt in years: lightness. His lungs filled with air. His spine straightened. He looked at the bag, a pile of gray rocks, and realized that the memories were already inside his heart. He didn't need the physical weight to prove he had lived. He left the bag on the grass and walked away. He didn't look back. Leo's story is one of those moral stories that doesn't just teach you something. It holds up a mirror. Because we all carry invisible burdens. The guilt of old mistakes. The bitterness of a breakup. The pressure to live up to who we used to be. And we call it wisdom. We call it experience. But really, it's just weight. Here's the life lesson most people never learn. True self-improvement isn't about adding more. It's about having the confidence to let go. Your past is meant to be a compass, not an anchor. And if you spend all your energy dragging yesterday behind you, you'll be too exhausted to build tomorrow. This is ancient wisdom that's been passed down through generations. From the old frontier tales to the stories your grandparents told you. And it always comes back to the same truth. The person who lets go is the one who moves forward. So forgive yourself. Release the bitterness. Drop the stones. You can't change what happened 5 minutes ago, let alone 5 years ago. But you can decide, right now, today, how heavy your walk is going to be. Because at the end of the day, it's not you against the world. It's you versus you. And the version of you that chooses to live in the present, that's the one that wins. If this short motivational story hit you somewhere deep, do me a favor. Smash that like button and send this to someone who's been carrying too much for way too long. Subscribe if you want more inspirational stories with real moral lessons. The kind of stories that actually awaken the soul and help you become a better version of you. Now drop a comment and tell me, what is one stone you're choosing to let go of today? Keep moving forward. Stay grateful and live lightly.